Before white supremacists, neo-Nazis, and white nationalists marched in Charlottesville, Virginia in August, they were organizing behind a computer screen. And a lot of that organizing happened through a messaging service called Discord, which was originally created to connect video game players to one another. This is just the latest in the long-running shared history between the gaming community and the alt-right.
Ooh, this is gonna be a fun video to make, isn't it? Greetings, viewers! It feels good to be doing another commentary courtroom video. Last time it was in response to the YouTube staff denying there was a problem with their algorithm. Today it's NBC News spinning the narrative that the gaming community is connected to the alt-right, and is responsible for everything that is politically incorrect in this world. I've already seen Manga Comment, No Bullshit, and Proto Mario address this issue, and I'll be linking their videos down below. Before I start, just let me say I don't care about the left wing or the right wing. I've never really cared about politics, nor has anyone in my family. I'm simply covering this because, like a lot of the videos I've done commentaries on, this was really flawed from the ground up. And with that out of the way, we can begin.
Gaming culture has always been racist, it's always been sexist, but the internet has sort of allowed us to just sort of see what has always been there.
Really? Games have always been racist and sexist? Well, shame on Pokemon, Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Crash Bandicoot for polluting my childhood. In all seriousness, it feels like you're just using the footage you have there to straw man games in general. All I saw there was Jason sawing a bunch of campers. Where exactly am I supposed to be seeing racism and sexism?
Emma Vossen is a PhD candidate studying how sexism seeded in gaming is replicated in the real world. Her study is based on Gamergate, a movement that began with intimidating and harassing female video game journalists under the guise of fairness in video game journalism. The harassment quickly gained traction. It helped catalyze the alt-right movement, which secured power and prominence during the 2016 election cycle.
Hold it! Citation needed, please. Where's your proof that any of these tweets had anything to do with the 2016 election? From what I'm seeing, these are just some seriously screwed up tweets from people who may or may not have been trying to get a rise out of whoever read them.
According to Vossen, the gamers and the alt-right share common ground.
As people who are marginalized are fighting for equality, those who've traditionally had privilege, especially white men, feel that they are being oppressed by these people who are trying to just be treated as equal.
Why do you hate black people? African Americans.
They're dirty, they're stingy, and they're just gross.
Xbox Live and PlayStation Network both allow players to chat live while gaming. They have become havens for hate speech against women and minorities.
Even though you gave us an example of just one guy saying he doesn't like black people, one lone asshole does not speak with the bulk of the gaming community. It's like saying Verlissified, Lily Pete, and Double Frame may speak with the bulk of the communities they're a part of. They don't. And how do you even know this guy was part of the Gamergate crowd? All we really have to go on is your word. And I'm sorry, but I'm not eating all those cherries you picked yet.
What I had noticed and witnessed was what I call like linguistic profiling, like just based on how somebody sounds. They kind of lash out in very inappropriate ways.
Who votes for mission? They allow girls to play Call of Duty in America?
Wow, they allow morons to play Call of Duty in America?
Not everyone in the gaming community is sexist or racist. We are having this sort of internal cultural problem with sexist and racist gamers.
If you know not everyone in the gaming community is sexist or racist, why are you still going with this narrative? And could you show us an example of conflict with these bad apples in the gaming community you're talking about? Because if you could, I might be inclined to take what you're saying without a grain of salt.
So, what happens when these behaviors move from the gaming world to the real world? Keegan Hanks studies the progression of the alt-right on the web.
Discord, as a platform, kind of had a meteoric rise in the alt-right. I think many of the members of the alt-right were actually aware of it because they were also members of the video game community. Many of them are. Discord became almost a requirement for a lot of these people if you wanted to be actively involved in the movement.
Objection! Citation needed. How do you know that members of the alt-right are using Discord as a base of operations? How do you know they're using Discord to promote sexism and racism? I'm not intentionally dismissing your claim. I just need evidence to support it.
Discord is anonymous and lightly monitored, which allowed the alt-right to control communications and access for thousands of users.
Discord isn't the only way to stay anonymous on the internet. There's also Skype, IMVU, or any other available app server out there. Really, I think you're just signaling out Discord because its icon is a game controller.
Some Discord servers controlled by alt-right leaders made users post pictures of their Caucasian skin in order to participate.
Okay. Have any proof? No? I guess we'll just also take your word then. And I'm ending it here. There isn't much more than them trying to connect the gaming community in Discord to the Charlottesville riot. Final thoughts? For a station that wants to be considered a credible and reliable news outlet, NBC tried to strawman gamers as violent members of a political movement that's been frowned on since its conception. A lot of their evidence was clearly cherry-picked and lip service. Not showing any proof for their claims and just expecting their audience to take them at their word. All I have to say is, if this is what we're supposed to take as legit journalism, it's no wonder people don't trust the mainstream media anymore. This has been Night Eyed Eye saying thanks for letting me share my thoughts. Please share yours with me.